Alright, boys, tomorrow is gonna be the day we're gonna be receiving the new update, which is why I want to quickly tell you guys what to do to, not lose any progress and not lose your stuff. Because as you guys can see, I made a new texture pack and it's kind of simple. It has this new featured and epic, which kind of looks decent, I'm not gonna lie, and also made this cool particle, which looks really, really cool. I made that on my own, which looks pretty decent. However, tomorrow there's gonna be a new update, and if that update had any changes within the sprite sheet that has this featured thingy, then it's gonna be reverted to the official one, to the yellow one. So I encourage you guys that if you have a texture pack installed or something like that, then make a backup today so you don't mess it up when 2.2, because it's just simply gonna get replaced and there's no way to get it back. So you better save that thing somewhere. And I would also recommend saving your game files, and if that doesn't work, make sure you don't have 600 levels in the saved levels, and also delete a bunch of levels from here as well. Also, a lot of these guys, delete them, and then you should be able to save. Also, while we're quickly at it, can you go to my Geometry Dash account and follow me? Click on this follow button. I'm trying to test something to see what's gonna happen. So yeah, and the next thing I want to talk about is some things that people have mentioned in my comment section, like, are we gonna get a new tower floor tomorrow? Because the thing doesn't say 2.21, it just says coming soon. And we have received messages from Roptop where he, for example, back in April this year, after 2.2 dropped, he said he's kind of wanting to do the full tower floor 2 at the same time, but he's done with level 5 with about 50%, which means the next tower is, I think, also gonna have either 4 or 3 levels. I don't think we're gonna have 5, I think either 3 or 4. And in April, the 5th level, like the next level after the secret hollow, was 50% done in April. So what does that mean? When are we gonna get those whole things? Because it's been like 2 months since he said that message, and honestly, we can also see another message from him afterwards where he talked about some tower, the floor, the second floor, where he said he had a lot of ideas he wanted to do for the tower. This was like right before 2.2 came out, and he said he did not have time for it. He got a whole pile of ideas I wanted to do, but he thought it would take too much time, which is why he had to basically kind of reduce the amount of gimmicks and ideas that he included into these 4 levels, so that he has more ideas for the next ones and he doesn't spend too much time working on those levels. So that means that a lot of the plannings or the ideas or the gimmicks that Roptop is wanting to include to the second tower level are already there, the tower floor. They're already there. So that is already a very good step into the right direction. And another thing is that making a platformer level can be considered hard, but sometimes also not. I can give you guys a bunch of examples. Like I myself have made, I think this level, I started making it at the beginning of this year and I released it 4 months ago. No, that was a month ago. That was like an update. So a month ago, I released this. So it took me about 4 to 5 months to finish this level, which is a full-length platformer level with a lot of gimmicks. It has some really cool design. It's like everything needed to make a good platform level. You can see it's epic, And from that, I can tell you approximately how much it must take Roptop himself to make these levels. So the first aspect that we need to take a look at is how decorated are these levels. And as you guys know, in order to get a featured level, you gotta make your level pretty decorated. You cannot make it like the sewer where it's just the basic block. You could try that. If the level is pretty good, it will get rated. But from what we know, a featured level usually has to have a little bit of twist when it comes to the block designs and decorations throughout the whole level. But Roptop himself, what he does is he simply uses these designs that are already in the game in this very cool way to make this whole level look decent despite it not having too many objects. And so as a result, that's gonna not take him as long as it took me to make my level, because my level was rather aimed to match at that time's standards, and Roptop's levels generally just don't have to be as decorated as user levels. So let's say he had to finish 4 levels in these 4 months, and he already said that 50% of one of these levels is already done. So the only thing right now remaining would be basically to implement the ideas and the storytelling that he has prepared for these levels. Because in case you guys don't know, this whole store tower actually has a story behind it, where you join the tower and then this guy gets annoyed at you, that that guy that looks at you, he gets annoyed, and then you basically fight throughout this whole tower. And you also disguise yourself as that ball in order to go through certain areas where you're usually not supposed to be, and in the end you fight the boss. So there is a lot of storytelling, there's a lot of planning going behind these levels. And honestly, my level also had a lot of planning. Like you can say in these 4 months, it not only included the time of making the level, but also thinking of the designs and also thinking of the ideas. For example, you can see here this guy is trying to help me. Gleamy is a big W to Gleamy in the comments. But yeah, as a result, I would not think that they should take him that long. However, another thing that you have to consider is Robtop is not only working on platformer levels, he's also working on a lot of different things, like making the game playable on every single device, making the game more optimized, adding new features, talking to the community, getting some new, what's it called, like the music artists, adding new sound effects. Like all of these things also have to be considered. But overall, I personally do not think that it takes that much time to build a platformer level if you really have the dedication and focus and motivation to do so. And I think making platformer levels is something that Robtop himself has really enjoyed. So I don't think we're gonna get it in the next update, to be honest. It would be crazy if we get it tomorrow, bro. The second floor tower would be awesome. I really love Robtop's levels, but what we know for certain is that the map is not gonna come out tomorrow and the events is not gonna come out tomorrow. However, versus mode does not say that it's gonna come out in 2.21, so who knows? Is it? What do you guys think? I mean, this is something that has delayed 2.2 for so long. I'm not gonna hype you up, guys, for nothing, but the floor also doesn't say 2.21, so we're gonna have to see. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to slap that like, subscribe, but actually let's check out some fan art by the beautiful community X Creator Gang. Right, this is where we left off last time. Let's see what people have made. This one we've seen, that was a big W. And then we have this. This is so cool. Bro, Ryan is a big W. We have me singing. This is really beautiful. I gotta save this to use in my videos as well. And then we have Michigan. This is also an awesome fan art made on paper. W. Just mine W as well. Yo, this one as well is also kind of sick. This is like like we're hanging out somewhere, This is pretty epic. Evil FW on that one. And oh my god, this one looks so decent. I love the color mixing. I don't know how to call it. This is awesome. Plush concert. That's an interesting idea. Maybe we should do plushie. Bro, plushie would be insane. Imagine if we had the X plushie. Bro, maybe. Okay, I'm not. Okay, let's see. Maybe, perhaps. But yeah, that has been it for everything. Make sure to save your files. I would also recommend uninstalling Geode and deleting like all of the files and starting fresh. I personally, you can see I don't use Geode anymore because Geometry Dash might from now on receive a little bit frequent updates, and I just feel like the normal game without like any extensions outside of it, it's just much more, it just feels original. It just feels like you're playing the original product with nothing interfering with it, And I've encountered a lot of weird bugs and crashes with Geode, so yeah, I would recommend doing so. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think about if the Tower Floor 2 is gonna come out tomorrow, but I personally don't think so. I might stream as well soon if you guys want to join me. We're gonna try our best to beat a Extreme Demon, and I will see you guys in the next video.